One thing that was not an inspiration was gravity. Can you talk a little about how you weren't even aware of that movie when you started working on this game?
Yeah, I started working on this game, and when I was just kind of in my own little bubble, and I wasn't aware of gravity's existence at the time. And embarrassingly, I found out about it on the internet probably about a month after I started working on this game, and I was crushed because I was like, oh man, can't do this. But then I realized, like, you know, there's room for everyone, right? There's, like, I don't think there are any games like Adrift right now, and I felt like I didn't want to stop doing what I was doing just because there was a space movie that had similarities, and I was crushed at first. I thought, well, I can't do this, but I really looked at what my game was, and I really believed in it, and I believed in the people who all quit their jobs to come work for me, to do this, work with me, and you know, they all believed in it, and we all believed in it, so you know, it wasn't a factor. And then, you know, I guess November it came out, November 20, whatever that year was, 2013? Yeah. And then I went and saw it, and I was relieved because the game's very different than Gravity. And if people want to compare Adrift to Gravity, I'm all for that. It's super, super humbling, and, you know, I mean, it's it's better than being compared to a bad movie, right? So, and it helps us because I don't have to sell the concept of the game to anyone, because if people think it's like Gravity, it's built in. So it's been helpful for us, and I'm totally humbled by it.
What have you learned about virtual reality from developing that version of this game?
The thing I've learned about virtual reality mostly is that it is a wild west out there, and there are no rules. And what you think might work in virtual reality rarely does. And it's very important to build your experience for virtual reality. Taking a game that already exists and then just flipping the switch into VR doesn't work. You can't do a lot of things that traditional games do. We're still exploring what VR means.
What VR platforms will you be out on?
Oculus, Morpheus, and the Vive, and probably more. We built Adrift from the ground up to be virtual reality, and we feel that we know we have something pretty special with it. People really, really love it. It touches people in ways that the traditional game version doesn't. So it was really unexpected for us, but we don't know what the best Adrift virtual reality experience is yet. We're still building that. There's some things in the traditional game, it can't be a straight one-to-one conversion because there's some things that just don't work, and we're trying to figure out the best way to make those things work in new and unique ways.